Let me share a story with you. I have a spirit that is quite unsettled. I think that helps with spiritual explorations, energy, understanding and exploration of things, and a lot other. And lately I was asking my guides what is going on with my growth, what is going on with my audience, how do I reach out to more, why don't I have more numbers of people I'm interacting with, of how that depicts in the outside of me. And what I was hearing my guides were saying actually, wax on, wax off. Do you remember that scene from Karate Kid where Mr. Miyagi teaches Daniel wax on and wax off on the car, how he does wax on and wax off? And I was, yeah, funny guys. And now I know I have to be patient, I have to keep going, I have to keep building up the momentum of things and growth and videos and courses and stuff like that. And I was okay, yeah, I'm doing it, I'm not complaining, I won't stop. But why doesn't it pay off in the way it could? I could support it. And is this all I can support? So there was a lot going on in my head and with my guides as a conversation of everything. And they were insistent in wax off, wax on, wax off, wax on, and wax off. And I remember I wanted to clean one of my walls, and the air condition on the wall I was having a piece of cloth actually with some liquid and stuff, cleaning stuff, to clean it, and they were wax on, wax off. And after that, while doing that, I was, something is off here. I need also a dry cloth. So I got to have a wet cloth in one of my hands, a dry cloth on the other hand, and I was cleaning the surface and I was drying the surface. And of course, my guides were always around me, and at that moment they were laughing at me. And I was, oh, you meant it literally, wax on, wax off. And that was a literal response of how to use piece of cloth on cleaning the wall and the air condition and stuff like that. And of course I had a good laughter going on there with myself and my guides. You see, person laughing on their own, that is me talking with my guides usually. And I was, what is going on? Wax on, wax off. And that scene was of Karate Kid was so integrated in my mind while I was doing whatever I was doing. Hey guys, don't make fun of me. Stop laughing at me. Like, I'm literally asking, what is that going with that wax on and wax off? Was that advice about what I'm doing now? And of course, days and days were coming and going. And I got that literal message of how to clean the wall was not just literal, but also metaphorical, in a way that we have to be patient, we have to keep building up, we have to trust the process, we have to keep manifesting, of course, what we want and what we desire in a way that is productive and purposeful for others. But it was also that joke in my head, wax on, wax off. And I was, yeah, I have to watch that back again because it's been years since I watched Karate Kid. And of course, later on, what I saw on Netflix was the series with the new version of Karate Kid. And I was, really? Someone is laughing very hard in spirit with me, at me. And of course I started watching it. But the reason why I'm doing this video is wherever you are, at whatever stage of your personal growth, of whatever you're going through, remember the Karate Kid, wax on and wax off. So it's still a joke in my head, okay guys? It's still my guides that they are laughing with me and at me with this, and everything is a process, and within this process we are learning to break through and free from our limitations, and paying the growth we need to be paying with ourselves, for ourselves, how to expand and how to keep growing with everyone around us. And it is a process, and we have to trust the process because there's no other way. No one can do it for us. No one will do it for us It is a process where we are learning a lot more than just patience. We are learning the movements, wax on and wax off. It's still funny, okay? We are learning how to move around the energy, how to manifest with energy, how to be in the space of learning without actively knowing that we are learning. And this is part of my growth. And every time I find myself like an agitated kid in the corner of the room, being, why this and why that? And of course, I have to play with that kid, I have to calm it down, I have to show the understanding it needs. And this is how spiritual awakenings are actually happening. We find ourselves in a space where before a breakthrough, before a change, before something happens, and then, oh, this is why, and that is why this took so long, and there's something else. We connect dots, we connect the tools we are creating, we connect the tools we are using, we connect everything that comes to us as knowledge. And apart from the scene with the Karate Kid, Daniel, of doing wax on and wax off, it is us figuring out our movements with the energy, our movements with ourselves, with our clients, with the people that are learning from us. Like you, like myself, I'm learning from you, from all of you, with the comments, with our interactions, with our private sessions. I'm learning how you want to be learning, how you need to be learning. And it is a process, and it involves patience in some levels. And sometimes we have to break through that patience, because sometimes we are too patient, if it makes sense, and we have to invite in the right energies for us. We have to allow ourselves to be activated in a different energy, from a different perspective, and wax on and wax off and keep going, because until the next level comes, we will be doing that wax on and off again and again and again. And this is part of our process. This is the part of awakenings that doesn't feel wow, but later on we say, oh, this is why. And you find yourself in a fast pace when you have been extremely patient, when you have extremely explored every aspect of it, every corner of it, in the best way possible. You have trained yourself, you have trained your body, your mind, your emotions, and then everything changes. So, as my guides say, and Mr. Miyagi, I don't know if he's around and making fun of me. I know he's in spirit, bless him. But it was very interesting what was coming through wax on and wax off. It was really, and have two pieces of cloth while you're cleaning the wall. That was very funny. That was a very funny experience for me, which I loved. Believe me, our guides have a sense of humor. We need to have a sense of humor too, not just our guides, because it helps with how we navigate life. I hope this message resonates with you. Wax on and wax off and keep going. And you never know how some of the movements you are learning, because you are doing this spiral, okay, and another spiral, masculine, feminine energies, and this is part of the process, okay? You're trying to convey another message. You're trying to say something else. And I was finding the spirals of masculine, feminine energies, masculine, feminine energies. And I was complicating things in my head, and my guides were making a joke out of it. So go with it, relax, see it as simple as you can, entertain yourself in different ways. And this is a process. We are all learning, expanding, and learning and expanding. And we have to see the fun side of that as well. Because if we take life too seriously, something goes sideways in that way. I hope you liked that funny story with my guides, wax on and wax off. I'm watching The Karate Kid, the newest version of that on Netflix, of course, but it is amazing to see how things we have seen on the TV, how movies and series we see resonate with real life, and how we can actually apply what we see in a movie in our way of being. And remember to wax on and wax off, and being patient with yourself, with your life, with your base. And see you in the next videos.